Sunny and Shay.
On BBC WM 95.6.
Radio for the West Midlands.
A very good afternoon. It's Sunny and Shay. We're here with you until 4 o'clock, and we're having a great day, honestly. We're out of the studio. We're here at Garrick Theatre. We've been talking about the Christmas panto, which is called Cinderella. Big thanks again to Rebecca Keatley, CBBS presenter, for catching up with us. Well, now we're joined by James Mitchell and George Akid. They are both ugly sisters. Did I say the last name right?
Yes, it's a very complicated name. I don't know where it comes
too
from.
Bad, Akid. It's a great one.
I did an interview last year in Panto, and it was a little radio station. And they were like, "We've got 2 stars of the Panto, George Akid," and I was like, "Oh, we started the interview now, and I can't correct that anymore."
Bless you. Now I always hate that because our surname, everyone always gets it wrong. It's like, come on, let's just let's work on it. So I'm glad I got it right. So which ugly sister are you, George?
So I am Donaldina, the fat, tall one.
Okay.
And James over there.
I'm Melania, and I'm the fat, short one.
Although you both kind of look at the same height.
No, that's because we're sat down.
Yeah, a lot taller.
I'm 5'7". How tall are you?
6'1".
There you go. Oh, yeah.
So how many changes or dresses do you get through?
11, 12. It's 11 or 12. I can't remember. We, changes. We do a lot of changes. Like Sam will tell you, doing the pantos. Costumes are quite a big part of the show, and it's as much choreography off the stage and doing the costume changes. That is a big part of it. And I think when you start doing the shows, you start panicking, thinking, "I am never going to do that costume change." And now you've got time for a cup of tea and a biscuit. Yeah. You've got time. It's great how much time you actually get.
And is this something that you take away from the theatre in your personal life as well? Do you get changed a lot faster in this period when you get ready to leave?
Yeah, I mean, that's non-stop. I've got 3 a day. No, to be honest, it's a slog, but this is what I like about Panto, is fast-paced, and your time flies by so fast because you're on stage. If you're not on stage, you're getting changed, and then it is so fast-paced.
What about yourself? How do you find it?
I mean, it's tradition for every time the dame or the ugly sister comes on that they're in a different outfit. So that's why we have so many changes. Every time we come on, it's a completely different outfit. There is a chase scene in the panto where we go off stage and come back on very quickly. And there was talk about whether we should, every time we come on, whether we should be in a different costume. But that just wasn't going to work out. But apart from that, every other time. So, yeah, in my home life as well, every time I come through into my front room, I like to wear a different outfit. That's what's expected now.
What is it like running around in heels?
It's not as hard as I thought it would be.
I'm not going to lie, my calves have never looked so good. My calves are so toned at the minute. I went home to see my parents, and my mum was like, "Oh, your legs look really good." I was like, I've been going to the gym. She's like, "You haven't?" I was like, "No, I've just been wearing heels every day for the last 3 weeks."
We have been comparing our calves.
Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah.
But we have, I mean, I suppose the heels are quite fat. They're not really stiletto heels.
No.
I think, but,
they need to be to support your weight.
Sam says they need to be to support your weight. What do you say to that, George?
Well, Sam, have you looked in the mirror? No, I'm joking.
Did you notice how she directed that question to you, though?
Yeah, I know. Thanks.
I was coming to you next.
Oh, yeah, okay, all right.
Do you enjoy this characters more? Or if there was if there was a option for you to pick your role in a pantomime, what would it have been?
I always like doing pantomime dame.
Why?
And I love it. I love it. I don't know what it is. I just think I like the fat bloke in a dress, and I like that. I like having a laugh. And I started my journey with Evolution, the guys who co-produced this panto, started last year in Yeovil doing PC Pongo, and James has done PC Pongo as well. And I've not really done a male part in panto for a long, long time. So I stood on stage going, I've not worn trousers in such a long time that you don't realise it. And then it was when they said, "Do you want to do Ugly Sister?" I was like, jumped at the chance. But me and James have both done PC Pongo together.
It's like you don't know what to do with your arms, do you?
No, and you have pockets.
So George, the first man last year in Yeovil, and this is my first man here ever. So like we're both used to putting our hands under our chest or on it. You don't know how to hold your arms, do you?
No, you don't. And how to walk. And then how to do everything so camp. I remember last year the director went, can you not do everything just as camp? I'm not doing it as camp. I'm not doing this is me.
What about that discussion of, because Sunny and I were talking about this with Sam earlier on, the fact that it is so it's so a part of pantomimes and British institution, really, in terms of cross-dressing. Do you think it's because he was saying earlier on they have students coming in and they get to see this, and it's just embracing that whole idea that, you know, yeah, if you are a boy or a guy, you can wear a dress, and vice versa.
I think, you know, I think kids are so. I think we just don't realise kids don't care. Honestly, I think that's the answer. They accept there's a, you know, I would have spoil some of the show then, but they accept what happens on stage and they don't ever question that. And I think that's how it should be.
And what are your thoughts on that, James?
Yeah, I think that it's all about a comedy value, really. And I think, you know, it's not necessarily, we're not making a social statement. It's just it's just there for fun. And if the kids find it funny, if we were to, and it has been done before, but if it was two women playing ugly sisters, I think it would be a very different kind of feel, because it's not just about the way we look and saying, oh, that, you know, they're ugly and that kind of thing, but also the things that we are doing aren't very nice. We're not very nice to Cinderella. So the fact that we look ridiculous means that we can get away with a lot more. It's not taken as seriously.
And
in the eyes
as well,
of the
I
audience.
think I base my character, not necessarily the nasty side, but I base it on my nan. It's not taking the Michael on.
What?
My
Do you
nan.
want to elaborate
It
on
is,
that
I love
before
it.
your nan
No
calls
mistake,
up?
I love her, but it is that kind of big jolly woman, and she would knock you on your back if you did something wrong, but she'll make you a chip sandwich at the same time. Like it is that kind of, you know, people. It's not taking the Michael out of women. It's just having a laugh. It is a fat bloke in a dress.
Can we just establish he said chip sandwich there? He's from the north. He will have been twitching in places he shouldn't have twitched. What would you call it normally?
Chip tea cake.
It's not a tea cake!
It's not a tea cake. Who do you base your dame on then?
I don't base it on anybody. Actually.
No family member.
No, I don't do it like that. I
he
put
looked around for his wife.
Yeah. I don't know who's listening. No, I put the costume on, put the makeup on, and then see how it feels. So yeah, I like to work from at the outside in, if you like.
And what is your favourite character that you would like to play in panto? I guess is it the dame, like, you know?
Well, do you know? I mean, you know, being an actor, doing all kinds of different styles of production, so sort of straight plays, pantomime, comedy, Shakespeare, that sort of thing. So it's just great to be doing something different all the time. So when it comes to just panto, doing something different again, we were saying I actually played PC Pongo here 2 years ago. We had a chat, so it's just nice to be able to sort of tick all those boxes and play everything. So I love Dame. I love the comic. Quite like to go for a villain next. You know.
Oh, yeah, villain. That's always, everyone loves a villain. Yeah. Everyone loves a villain. But you are technically villains in this one, aren't you?
Well, yes, that's
you
true,
are.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are villains. That's what I like about the Uglies, because you are villains, but you don't get a comeuppance at the end. You still don't.
No,
and the kids still want to boo you, but the parents want to laugh at you, and I sort of like that. You're not like. You're more just in the middle, and I can sort of handle that.
We do get the best of both worlds in the show,
really,
yeah.
Who is kind of heckling more? Is it the kids or is it the parents? Because I always feel like as parents, they kind of get a little bit more involved, don't they? Surely.
Well, it depends. The kids forget where they are, and they'll just shout things out, and then and they'll just go, "It's there, it's over there," and you go, "Oh, that's cute." And then when a parent does it, you sort of go, "Oh, you want?" I don't know. Sometimes it's more fun. Sometimes I find that funnier than I've got. Oh, can I tell them about the special guest who comes in? I'm looking at Sam on this. No, right, okay. But there was a kid who shouted out, who was about 5-year-old, shouted, "I love." You've got to come and see it now. But they went, "I love this person," and I just started chuckling because it just set me off. Because when you realise who the person is, you're like, "You're 5 years old," but it just made me chuckle so much. But they don't care, and that's what I love about kids.
And I think because adults play the game, though, they understand the rules. So they know they can shout out, but they also know they've got to listen to what we're saying back to them, whereas kids don't have that. It'll just be a wall of sound. And certainly this morning, I mean, we couldn't hear ourselves at all, you know.
With a school show, I think, and when you get a group of schools together, because teachers sit on the end of each row, and then you get 20 kids in one line. Whereas if it's a family, you get your mom shout and the dad shout, and then they know when to stop, because the kids will stop when the mom and dad stop. But because there's a line of kids, they'll just keep going until they think they're doing the right thing, and bless them, they go till they're blue in the face. And we go, no, but we need to speak as well.
Yeah, but they are really doing the right thing, because, they're booing us, they're telling Buttons where the things are, where the key is, where, you know, they're following the story. They're so into it.
I guess, what audience do you enjoy watching? I mean, like, you're off on Christmas Day, and then you're back the next day. On Boxing Day, what was that audience like in your previous, outings? I mean, are they still as gung ho as Christmas Eve?
Do you know what? Christmas Eve is magical, and then Boxing Day, everyone's just like. I need
Say
this.
it.
They're just happy to be sat down for a little bit. They don't. Yeah, it's a dark room. They probably nod off. My dad came to watch Boxing Day last year, and I'm sure he fell asleep. Bless him. He's probably listening now. I didn't, but he probably did.
But it is tradition for people, isn't it? You know, they always come on Boxing Day. That's what they do every year. It's their tradition. I think the kids are usually into it. The mums are kind of into it. The dads, yeah. No.
We'll allow it because it's all part of the festive cheer. Listen, James and
Thank
George,
you
it's been
so
such a pleasure having you on the show.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you very much.
Great to see you guys again. And as we've mentioned, you can see Cinderella if you just want to go to the website lichfieldgarrick.com. It's on until the 5th of January. We'll be back straight after Robbie Williams.